Good morning. Wow, we've actually finally broken above resistance at 46k. So throughout this video we're going to have a look at price action throughout Bitcoin, where we think we're heading. We'll also have a look at all the alts, have a look at the greed and fear index, and we'll do a good 45-minute stream here. So if you've got any questions, fire them in the chat. We will wait for a few people to jump on as ever, and then we'll crack on into the stream. But yeah, things are looking very, very good this morning. Currently on the hourly time frame here. Morning, Mike. Very nice green day. Fingers crossed, mate, we can just hold it up. 46k is that tough barrier we've been trying to get through for ages. Morning, Bob. Where's my sound? Just turn them up a bit. Right, so let's crack on. Bitcoin hourly time frame here. I mentioned this on yesterday's videos that 46k was a tough area to crack, and look at that. I mean, we tried how many times? I'm not even going to count. There's at least 20 times that we tried to break through there. Every attempt was failed and it was just a wick up. But so far, the previous hourly candle was bang on support, and it looks like it has formed a base there. So let's hopefully we can maintain this momentum. But if you look on the daily time frame all the way through, it's a significant area. This we use it as support here, all the way through. It was an area of support here too, and then you look at all these wicks, pretty much tapped it to a T. So 46k is a great area. Next regions we need to be looking at though is this area up here at 51,000 ish. I mean, that's around, if you look at bottom right wick, it's around 50,400, and there's quite a few wicks within that area. So that for me is the next solid major area of resistance. So that's at around 51k. So fingers crossed we can flip this 46k to support on the daily. I mean, the daily candle's not the best at the minute. If we close above here, I'll be well chuffed. And the hourly time frame is giving us some good hope there. We have broken above it. Fingers crossed. I mean, it's starting to turn around a little bit and coming back down. Probably a retest of this 46k resistance, which is now support on the hourly. And hopefully we can flip back to support and start pushing on and targeting that 51k region. Fit that in terms of where we are from 46 up to there. It's only 10%. It's a fair old chunk of money to be pushed into to push it around, but 10% in cryptos, not much to be honest. Malik, better I holding, is it good? It sure is, mate. It's a solid asset that. Morning, Andy. So this is the first area we need to look at breaking through at 46k. If we flip this to support on the daily, I'll be happy. Obviously we might break up, we might come for a retest below it because this moving average here, it might come back down for a retest of this before we then hopefully maintain that support and start pushing on. But for me, so far so good. It is bringing the entire market with. I've actually got a long open on Dogecoin at the minute. I never ever touched Doge, but I looked at it earlier on and it was right. I think it was down here about 25 free. Opened it up, so there on that wick I opened along up there and it's about 120% profit a minute. It's starting to come down, but that's because Bitcoin's just having a little bit of a lower time frame wobble, but it's staying nicely above that 46,300 area. So fingers crossed we can stay above 4600 and we can start to push on. In terms of the greed and fear index, I'm taking it that's going to be at crazy levels. Let's have a look. 70 actually dropped since yesterday, which is strange. Probably wait for the next update in 15 hours. That'll probably be up towards 75, 80 because we have flipped that area to support now. Morning, Jag. So that's that covered. Looking at Ethereum, that's at 32200. Let's look at my daily time frame. I just mentioned earlier on Twitter that Ethereum is only 35% away from all-time highs, and considering the drop that we've had, that 65% drop, it's soon been bought up. I mean, look at this run here. You're thinking, right, when's it going to pull back? It is going to pull back at some stage, but when that is, we're not quite sure. Again, if we try and get a superimposing of that moving average 50, we could get a retest back down here soon. I think that we are going to get a retest at some stage. Whether that may be around here, that looks like a key level. If we just mark it up with the horizontal ray, that there. So that we rejected off this week and rejected off that. So I think that's the next major area for Ethereum to target. So maybe a push up to 34k before we do get a break back down towards this $2,900, $3,000 range. Paul, I'm not Ash, I'm Andy. Ash is a tougher one. Bitcoin dominance though has just started to drop. How do you see it playing out? Well, I still think that Bitcoin is going to go on a run, to be honest. It's not broke down too much. It's still using that 46 region as support. It's actually dropped through it and bounced back up. In terms of Bitcoin dominance, I'm still expecting it to go for a run and push up towards that 52k area. I think what's happening now is Bitcoin and Ethereum have done the major pushes. I think it's just time for some higher caps and some of the low caps to make a good move. Now that BTC is above 46k, I think it's going to be a little bit of a few days of alts, and then I think at some stage, I think Bitcoin dominance will push up to around 52%. With that, you will get some Satoshi pairs dropping, but it depends where they drop from, doesn't it? I mean, look at Zilliqa and BTC. It's making a nice good run there, really, but we have rejected off this moving average 50 on the daily time frame. I think if you're looking for some buys on, like, for example, alts, I would still aim for lower. And I mean, look at this area here. Look at all these wicks there. I think that could be a decent area to potentially place some orders around 170 on Zilliqa. I think that could be a decent area to target. I've marked this level up here because if Bitcoin does go in a run and hammers the Satoshis, you've always got them levels down there as well. But depends how far the dollars get pulled up, to be honest. But going back into the dominance chart there, I still think at some stage we will get a push back up to 52. Before then, ultimate carnage towards the end of the year and everything goes on a major run. What can we expect from XDC? I am bullish as F. Never looked at it, to be honest, mate. XDC. Shall we just have a quick gander, see what it is? XDC network. 84, so it must be doing well. Never actually looked at it, to be honest, mate, so I couldn't really tell you. Decent market cap there, $1.2 billion. But in terms of TA, I can't really look at that, to be honest, mate. Burn, how's it going? Is it late to buy altcoins now? Well, no, not really. Let's pick an asset here, VeChain. This question that I've asked now, is it too late to buy Bitcoin altcoins? That question got asked here. It got asked everywhere. It even got asked here, is it too late to buy altcoins? Look where we are now. It's never too late to buy altcoins. I think I think these prices that we're seeing now, I mean, obviously we've missed, if you miss this drop, unfortunate. But this is still a decent dip to buy for me. Obviously we could still get a correction, but if you're looking for an altcoin to think, right, I want to buy something now, if it goes down I won't be happy when. For me, buying crypto is long-term investments. If it goes down initially over the first few weeks, shit happens, doesn't it? But long-term, in my opinion, these prices and altcoins are crazy, and I think the great entries. Look at DOT, for example. It's at $21, it's been up to 50, and that's without any major run, without any major ecosystem growth. We know that Polkadot's got a lot of parachains coming, don't we? Their ecosystem has not started yet, and this is a multi-$100 asset at some stage. Look at Plutus. This is down at bloody $4. This is a low supply asset which could go absolute far miles. Look at Ethereum. We're 35% away from all-time highs, but I think that's a $10,000 asset at least. I think you should be buying, or you should have been buying over the course of the last 3 months, and it's a great time to buy. My biggest alts are Zilliqa, VeChain and Reef. Let's have a look what my biggest bags are. So mine are VeChain, Zilliqa, Turnoa. I'm a big investor in that. Meta Hero, I've got quite a big stack in that. RSR, Polkadot. Reef, I've got a bag of Reef actually. Shall I have a look at Reef? Not looked at Reef on my channel for a while. Where's Reef? 2.1 cent. Do you remember all the FUD that got deployed when Reef was up here? And ever since then, they've been continuing to create partnerships. So far, we've had a nice bounce so far. Look at that. I mentioned the 50 quite a lot recently, but it does give you a great long-term perspective of altcoins. When we're trading above the 50, things are bullish. When we're trading below it, things are bearish. You couple that with this money flow indicator down here. So if you look at this red part here, this is when money flow is in negative territory. I only have a look at potential longs when price action is trading above the 50 and this money flow is in the green. Looks like we're about to tick to the green side here and we're above the 50, so now could be a long-term great time to buy Reef. I think it could be. I think we're going to start pushing up now. We're at 2.1 cent. I managed to buy some more down here at about 1.4 cent. Not a massive bag. I've not got a huge bag because it still costs us a low cap, but long term, low caps are solid ones to buy. And I think if you're buying any assets now which are above this 50 with the money flow about to turn green, I think it's a solid time to buy. My house is on VeChain. I won't put our house on it, but I've got a good old stack there too, mate. Yeah, VeChain's doing well. So all time I'll put 247. It's flying high today, ain't it? Let's just have a look on a weekly. So look at some areas of resistance. So that's the first area of resistance there. If you look, so this candle here rejected off 183. This one rejected off 183, and this one blasted through it but rejected it also. That's in the first area of resistance for me. So 183 is probably a decent area to take some profit. And then if we just drop onto the daily, you can see it looks at it. It's a clear level of resistance, right, isn't it? If we break through that, then we've got some daily resistance up here. What I'm looking for when I do resistance, I look for 2 wicks which reject off the exact same area. So that to me, if you look at that wick there and that wick there, that's a $2 region, and $2 is pretty much a psychological area as well. So 2 levels of resistance there. If it does blast through 183, it's going to reject off $2. This has not even got far to go before all-time highs either, has it? From the current wick to the highest wick, it's only 36% as well. So that's got a long way to start travelling. What's the name of that indicator? So this down here is actually the VMC Fu-Manchu Cypher B divergences, but I've turned all sorts off. If you look at all these boxes here, I've unticked all of those boxes and I've just kept on where is it? Show MFI. That's one I mainly keep on, which is show money flow indicator. And then I've kept M2 on as well. I've kept the regular divergences on and hidden divergences, and then all out there. So I've taken pretty much all of it off, but you can see whenever money flow is in the red, price action is going down. And when money flow is in the green, price action is going up. So it does give you a good indication of positive price action there. BTC just having a bit of wobble here. We need it stable 46k. We had a nice daily candle above there. Let me look at my Doge trade actually. It might be stopped out now. Where's Doge? Not quite. I've got a stop loss at 2.6 cent. Oh, sorry, 26 cent. Still in profit on that so far. But yeah, BTC, we need to stay above this region now. Starting to drop back through that resistance. A little bit of a sell-off here. It's a tough area to crack. I mean, how many times have we rejected off to 46k here? Is Diesel on coin on TradingView, is it? No. $164. It's crazy that went all the way up to, I think it was $600, wasn't it? I think there's about 54 days left of Diesel minting as well, so if you're looking to get a few Diesel over the next couple of weeks, get staking. What do you think about BNB? Decent asset. Major volume. Has it been up to, let's have a look on the daily. What price did we go up to last time? $693. So I've got a couple of levels of resistance marked up here. The first major area for the breakthrough is this one here, 432. If you're looking for some sells, look at target mark there. It's pretty much clear all the way up to there, to be honest, but it's a decent asset. We know we've got a BSC chain built on BNB, so hodl. Is Poly Network the team Zil were working with on their ETH bridge? Yes, it was, but it was secured by Skiller, so it's nothing to worry about. They always they put a tweet out about it saying that they're monitoring the situation, so it's nothing major yet. I'm not gonna lie, I've seen fearful of the prices rising now. So you're looking at BTC. You're fearful of that price. What did you feel when that were happening there? Imagine you're buying at bottom here and you're riding all the way up. Fear is a natural feeling, and if you believe in crypto and believe that it's a future, don't worry about it. Hold. If it dips, buy the dip. This is going to keep going. I think this is going to start targeting that 65, region here at 51k over the course of the next few weeks. Don't worry about it, mate. Everybody's got crazy emotions with crypto. If you've been in crypto for a while though, you can detach yourself from them emotions, but once you see your portfolio going into prices you've never seen before, then you start to get a bit of a twitchy arsehole. But that's what it is. Making money is not supposed to be easy, is it? Right, so that's pretty much everything I've got covered. If you got any altcoins you want me to check out, or any just general questions, fire them in the chat, or anything to do with crypto. Biffy Finance. It already sounds garbage, to be honest. Biffy Finance. Let me have a quick look. Usually anything with .finance at end is dog shit. $1,000 coin, only a low supply. Ranked 399. Pancakes, what's on Binance, so that's a positive. Shall we have a look at some? It's only got let's have a look at it against BUSD. What were the all-time high on that? $4,000, 74% down, so that was the all-time. Fuck knows what all-time highs on that. I mean, if you're looking for a... It's had a nice bump in, it's actually cradling this 15-hour support. If you're looking for some buys though, probably around this area here, around 983. If the market does get a shakeout, maybe look at 855 for some orders. But it's pushing up now with rest of the market, isn't it? XVS. Is that Venus or whatever it's called? Already got a couple of levels of resistance marked up on this from the past. So this one here is a weekly level up at $65. That's probably the first major area to get through. If you're looking at this though on the lower time frames, we rejected here at 35 bucks. If you look here at support to a T, rejection, and now we're rejected off that same area. So that's going to be the first tough area to get through at $34.94, $35. It's the first major area to break through. But we're nicely trading above this now. I think if you're looking for some buys, you're probably looking at somewhere around here, at around $28. That could be a decent area for you to pick up before it then does try and break through that resistance there. Have you tried the Gaussian as a check indicator? No, I've not, mate, no. You doing any swing trading? Not recently. Everything's time permitting with me because I work full time as well. So that's time permitting. Eventually, hopefully towards the end of this year, if the market does go on a run which I'm expecting, I should be able to go into crypto full time, and so might be able to go into more technical and swing trades and stuff like that, and more time on YouTube, more time providing content. So that's what the plan is. But no, I don't do any swing trading yet. I'm just a long-term investor because it works out. It's more beneficial for me. Matic USD. So we've got a couple of levels. Let's get rid of that one now because I think that's done. That is now obsolete. Let's just have a look on a weekly time frame. Pretty much slapped that wick there, haven't we? Rejected right through it. Look at them weekly candles there, they were ridiculous. Major pumps, major dumps. Nothing on a weekly to really see there. Back to the daily. So that's the first major area, 170. I've had that marked up for a while. We had a nice rejection there. If we can push up now, we're at 126, so 170 you might think is a long way away, but it's always possible. Staying above this 50 is the key now. Money flow is about to tip into the green area. That's the same throughout most alts. Most alts are looking the same. We're back above the 50. The money flow is about to turn green. If you look at money flow here, from there, that's when we started that pump. And then we was green all the way through until we hit those highs. Money flow then started to diminish and we dropped into the red. So the fact that we could be potentially pushing up to the green is a bullish sign. If you're looking for buys, maybe target around here at about $1. The market could swing around in your favour, get some orders filled up here and then start to push on. VeChain is one of my biggest assets. 11 cents, awesome. Can't believe that's pushing up that well. I think this is going to be at least a 50-cent asset at some stage within this cycle. I mean, you might think not a fucking chance, Andy, but you've seen how fast crypto can move. Up to 50 cent, it's about 334. That's not a top for me. I think we're part of a multi-bull run cycle, so I think that we're going to push up to that 50 cent region. It's not going to be a straight line. Obviously, we're going to get something, maybe a rejection up here, come back down, test this 50, reject off them all-time highs, make it look like it's dying, and then I think it's going to push on and target 50 there. So it's not going to follow that to an absolute T, but you try to get my grip on that. In terms of buy zones, I think 10 cent is a decent area to load up. Resistance is up here at 11.6 cents, so that's going to be the first major area to break through. But keep your eyes on that resistance. It might either reject hard and come back down to this 10 cent region, or it might bust through and get through to about 14 cent. 14 cent is the next major hurdle for me. And again, money flow about to tick green. That's a bullish sign. Urban, how's it going? Do you know DFF Starter or Pandora? I think I've heard of Pandora, but I've not looked into it, to be honest, mate. Issue is, there's all these new projects coming out, and it's hard trying to keep on top of them all, because, I mean, how many projects are out there? Let's have a look on CoinMarketCap, for example. Or will it tell us on CoinGecko? So on CoinGecko it's got 8,800 coins. That's nowhere near what it actually is. Cryptos here on CoinMarketCap, we've got 11,200. I would honestly say there's at least 20 to 30,000 projects out there. At least. Market cap is closing in on $1 trillion now. Sorry, $2 trillion. So that's a bullish sign. I think money is starting to come back into the market now. It definitely is. Turdy Fla. Cool username that, mate. What did you mention there? I've lost your comment now. Hollow Chain. All these charts look exactly the same. I mean, everything's just following Bitcoin up so far. We've had that major seller from the all-time highs, back above 50. Money flow about to turn green. Each asset is different in its own ways where you're looking for buys, but if you look at this as the entire move there, I mean, you could call it this the entire move, but in terms of analysis, if you're looking for buys, 0.009 probably a decent level to buy. If we did get a major pullback and this is the top, then it could target this region here at about 0.008. In terms of levels of resistance, so if you look on the weekly time frame, so that's the first major area of resistance. If you just box it off, so you got a wick here, a wick there, 2 wicks, so that's the first major area of resistance, which we've actually hit now. So that's why we've rejected off this price, because we currently hit resistance. So if we reject from here and come back down, that's going to be the area there to look at buying. We need this to stay above 46k today, please. Do you hold Zilliqa? Yes, I do. My opinion is it's a solid chain. Ecosystem is growing nicely. I hold a big bag of that, and I'm staking Zilliqa, earning Diesel. BPro down, other coins are up. It's just the way market swings, isn't it? You can't just expect everything to swing in your favour all the time, can you? BPro, it's not down too much, to be honest. What the fuck's going on with lines? BPro is not looking too bad, to be honest. Hourly time from there, it's not down exactly, is it? I mean, obviously it's down from the previous highs in August, but shit happens, doesn't it? It's not going to move up in a straight line. That was the area of resistance that we hit, up at 1.3 cent. We rejected off that. If you watch my video last time, and if I said this is the area to buy, go back and watch my BPro video, because this fib is on from last time, and I would have said look at buys at 0.009. It's happened. That's where the price is. Somebody mentioned in a comment when you did the BPro price analysis video, the price went down. Well, I look at entry points, don't I? I'm an investor. I'm not going to buy at this price and hope it goes up. I'm looking at levels below the price action. So the price analysis I give would have been buys here, all the way down to here. These haven't hit, but they most certainly have. That's a short Zilliqa review. I do full videos on Zilliqa, mate. If you go back onto my timeline, there's loads of videos on there. I'll probably do another video today or tomorrow. Good morning from the US. 2:55 AM. Get yourself back to sleep, mate. MBX. A quick look at that. Rank 556. Total supply 7 billion. Around 50% of that in supply. Market cap $39 million, so it's low. Well, where we're trading. Well, it's trading on some shitty exchanges, that mate. BitTrue. Bitfund Global's quite a big exchange, to be honest. What type of asset is it? Looks like a DeFi app, does it? Jesus Christ, Ruben. Chill out, mate. Weekly time frame. Had a nice pump there, hadn't it, from the lows. Let's just see if we can find any resistance. That's the first level. So if you look at these 2 wicks here, support, and then rejection here, and then rejection here. So that is currently come into a level of resistance, which might be tough to get through. If it breaks through it, then there's nothing in its way until you get to these 2 wicks here. And you've also got that area there, actually. So all of these areas here is support, and then this is a rejection area, so that's a key level as well. So if you break through 0.012, then you can look at taking profit up at 0.017. You happen how Reef has been working on their products? I am, mate. I think they made some solid solid partnerships over the last few months. Just sold off my alts. Yeah, I've done ADA fern. What the hell is it? I was saying, I think the first major resistance for ADA is 183. It's a weekly level, that is, so that's probably the first area to break through, but I don't know, maybe if you're looking for some buy orders, could potentially target 149, 150 area. I just guess where that's going to go. You could be looking at buys around here, about 150. I think that could be a decent area for you to target. What is your price prediction on Zilliqa? I'll show you a tweet with my price prediction. Here's a tweet with some of my predictions. You're not following my Twitter, jump on there. I usually push out quite a lot of content on my Twitter. Do I remember? Oh, you are no fan of exchange tokens. Yeah, I don't mind them. I mean, I used to hold quite a bit of KCS, KuCoin. I just got rid of them, to be honest. Safest bet for 5x this bull run. Zilliqa, VeChain, Polkadot, RSR got more than 5x in it, to be honest. So if I'm missing any questions, Ruben's absolutely smashing the chat. A lot about the price of SafeMoon MDA. Will it go to be honest, mate, I've never even looked at SafeMoon. I think these massive supply coins, what is the supply? Is it about 1 quadrillion or something daft like that? I think they're just a fucking joke, mate. Got no use case. I don't know. Safe moon. Why would even... I'm not talking about it anyway. It annoys me. All them projects are just a fucking joke. Same as all these meme coins. If you're looking for investments and you're looking to grow wealth, invest in solid blockchain projects with an ecosystem, with something that's going to have a potential to change the world, like Bitcoin or Ethereum or Polkadot. Some of these assets which are decent and are trying to bring something good to the world, rather than these just meme coins, shit coins. Luna's doing well as well, isn't it? So we're currently into resistance here. Pretty much tapped at negative Fibonacci. So this extension here, this Fibonacci level, is an actual extension I've put on myself. So if you're ever looking to use fibs, go into the settings and put negative 0.27. It usually gives you a good level above. So I put the fib on here last time, that would have been the top on that wick, and we actually broke through and rejected off that negative 27 fib level. Currently this is an area of resistance as well. You can see all these wicks that rejected. So that's the first area to break through, but it's not even a million miles off all-time highs now, is it? 28-30% off all-time high, so not a million miles off. Long on Zilliqa. Decent, mate. I'm long on Doge a minute, actually. Let's see if I can log into my Binance, see how well we're doing. Didn't put much on it. Log into Binance. Have a look later. Asking for about 30 codes. Just claimed 7 Gzels. Nice, mate. Gzel's doing really well at the minute. I think I made 12 Gzel, and then I unstaked for a while because I wasn't sure what market we're doing. I think I unstaked when the market was absolutely flying. I wasn't sure whether to take profit or not. And I managed to sell my Gzel around here at about 400 bucks. But it's doing nicely so far, and it's pushing up real well. This is only a low supply coin. I think it's going to be about 750,000 tokens all in all. So that's got good pumpamentals in it, that has. And anything to do with Zilliqa, I think it'll be doing well this year. Even the next 3 to 4 years, I think anything on the Zilliqa chain will be doing well. I think ADA will do with smart contracts. I'm sure they've been bringing out smart contracts for about 2 years. Should do well, mate. Personally, it was a choice for me between Polkadot and ADA. Seeing as both the founders came from Ethereum and both had the same type of goals, it was a toss-up for me, and I prefer Polkadot, so I never really look at ADA unless somebody mentions it in chat, to be honest. So for me, ADA, it can do well. Obviously it's going to do well. Hoskinson's is a quality bloke, and I think it will do well, but in terms of myself, I've not invested in it, so I never really look into it. Currently rejected off that top. I mean, that's all the comments for daily. I just mentioned this earlier on. That is the first area to break through at 184, but the all-time high has been up at 247. This is at least a $5 to $10 asset at some stage, maybe even the course of this bull run. When this market does get pumping and we're back above all-time highs, you're seeing movements now in like 1 and 2 cents. You might see movements in 10 and 20 cents at some stage. So buy now, I think, is a solid area to buy before that next major long run. And if this run doesn't materialize on Bitcoin and will come back down, still long term, crypto is bullish. So just buy as much as you can. Hold on. Fancy having a quick look at Radix. So look. What even is it? Trading on some decent exchanges. EXRD. Look on Qcoin. Constant movement to the north. It's only been active on Earth since 25th of June, so there's not much data to analyse there really. But if we just have a look, see if there's any weak levels we can identify. Probably not. I mean, you could say that is there, but it's hard to do TA on a coin when there's not much data. But as you can see, rejection all the way through there, so that's a solid area for resistance. But looking on the daily. We've actually come back down. I mean, it's not the best trend line, but you could say it's there or thereabouts. We've had a rejection below it, popped back up, pretty much tapped it there. That is the first major area to break through. I presume that's all-time highs at 16 cent, and then we've got 14, 15 cent is I think 15 cent is an area where people think, right, decent area to look at selling if you bought sub 10 cent. So in terms of asset, I don't know what it is, but if you're looking for buys, I think it looks a decent buy now. And then 15 cent will be a tough area to break through there, mate. Reef, I've already looked on this video, mate, but I think I've got Reef written down. I'm going to do a video either today or tomorrow. So we'll do an in-depth price analysis video on Reef maybe tomorrow. But that's going to do it for today's video. I'm absolutely starving. I haven't had breakfast yet, so I'm going to call it a day. If you're new to this channel, please make sure that you are subscribed. Hit that like button. I'll probably be back with you tomorrow to do some more. So another live stream in the morning and see what we can see. Hopefully the market stays above 46k. But yeah, I appreciate everybody coming on the stream.